Hi, I'm Aurora Winter. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've launched 4 businesses, and one of the keys to successfully launching your business is to pay attention to brain dominance so that you build a solid team. What kind of person are you? I'm going to discuss this with my friend, Bill Stierle. He's an expert in brain dominance. We're going to be exploring in more depth a simple system that divides people into 4 different categories. Blue stands for somebody who's more like an engineer or a number cruncher, perhaps a CFO. Are you more blue? Do you like numbers and facts? Or perhaps you're more red. In this system, red stands for somebody who's more connected to the heart and to people. Maybe a social worker, a teacher, somebody's in human resources. Even a salesperson can be very much in the red, in the people zone. Or maybe you're more green. In this system, green stands for somebody who's very comfortable with systems and processes that make things work systematically. They like a lot of detail and are comfortable executing the big vision that they get from the person who's in the yellow quadrant. The yellow quadrant would be more an entrepreneur, a CEO, an architect, even an artist can be in that yellow quadrant. So listen in and watch as Bill Stierle and I discuss in more depth brain dominance so you can discern and discover what your brain dominance is, and that you can see how the people at this VIP marketing mastermind were empowered to see how they could build a very strong team. One of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make is building a team surrounded with people who are like them. And that leaves a quadrant missing. So that boat is going to sink because it's missing something important. Don't make that rookie mistake. Watch and listen as Bill and I discuss brain dominance at this VIP marketing mastermind. So I'm Aurora Winter, the author of Marketing Fast Track, and this is our VIP mastermind with, in disguise, the most amazing Bill Stierle. All right, what you got going there?
The man in the dream.
This would be a Morpheus moment. Blue pill, red pill, right, for the movie The Matrix. Everybody Matrix people? Fantastic. Those of you who haven't seen the movie, please go back and watch it. It's a very important movie. So we're going to do a few Morpheus moments and Neo moments right now regarding language and communication. Shall we begin?
Let's begin. This is going to be fun.
It will be.
But first I have to fix her collar.
Oh, my collar came up. Oh, yeah.
Meeting my needs for,
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
very
that.
good.
Okay, so here we are. We're sitting at the evening of the end of the first evening here.
Yes.
And the blue pill part of the equation is that you take this, you wake up tomorrow, and you haven't changed one bit. The red pill is you take it, you go down the rabbit hole, and you see that this whole new world has opened up for you.
You unzip.
And you get to unzip, you wake up in the pod, you come out, and all of a sudden you're in the real world.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
So the real world is really in alignment with exactly what Mark was saying, is how do you breathe authenticity and congruency into your sales, your marketing message? Mm-hmm. How do you actually create that energy exchange that's going to make the biggest difference?
Right.
Okay. So.
How do you? I want to know more.
Would you like to know that?
I would. I'm sure everybody would like to know that.
All right. So a couple
Except
of things.
Mark. He knows it already.
A couple things about the brain. By the way, all you coaches will be stealing all the material I say right now at this moment in the field of time. Here it comes. Number one.
Acquiring, we don't steal.
No, acquiring and repurposing for your own benefit.
It's called at the
And with
MBA,
gratitude and appreciation for your
the-
clients' acceleration.
in the
Yes.
MBA world, it's called best practices.
Best practices.
That's what they call it when they rip it off, right? Okay.
That's right. Okay, so the first sentence in this list is every word in every sentence matters and counts. Every word in every sentence matters and counts. So if you have a junky word, and you have a junky sentence, you have a junky thought, you get a bunch of junk.
All right.
Okay, so far so good? Mm-hmm. So the word lie is a junky word. It doesn't carry a very strong vibrational energy to it. It's going to create a fight, flight, and freeze response inside the person. Mm-hmm. So we want to replace the word lie with something that we have power with. So it changes to this. When I heard you say that sentence, it didn't meet my need for truth. I didn't call you a liar. I just have a different version of truth than you do. Your truth is different than my truth. I am getting out of the dogfight of who's the liar and who's not the liar. Because I'm picking the way I'm choosing the way I'm taking it. I am changing in real time my perception and my perspective in real time.
And you're owning it. Rather than pointing out, you're saying it doesn't
Instead
meet my
of you're
need.
a liar, it's my need for truth wasn't met.
Right. Powerful.
Can they argue with my truth? No. Not really.
Unless they're liars.
They can try, but it'll kind of clump right in front of them. Are you calling me a liar? No, I'm actually saying I have a different truth, and here it comes. I feel curious about how you came up with that.
Ooh, curiosity again.
Can you imagine that word curious actually being a power word? Absolutely. Okay. Next power phrase that you'll all be using is the following. Would you be willing to tell me more? Would you be willing is one of the most powerful phrases to use. Would you be willing to? And you're actually able to bend the reality and shift the perception and perspective of what's going on their side, as well as backing your own voices of judgment off. And label and diagnosis. Idiot, asshole, jerk. See, they all fly in, but none of those are very powerful. Yes?
What was it one more time?
Would you be willing to? And then ask it as a curious question. If you put the intention of curiousness behind it, then all of a sudden there's a really powerful
There's a different
shift.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to actually have, I'm open to
Right.
the words that you're saying. My judgmental mind wanted to say the following sentence. The bullshit that you just tried to sell me. Right. So can you see that there's two different languages going? Now, human beings are really pesky creatures. We're very, very pesky creatures.
Did you notice that too?
Yes.
50% of them. Below average.
So
Sorry, I've gotten playful.
There you
I
go.
didn't have anything to drink over dinner, I promise.
So here's one of the things I would for you to consider as an interesting reality of the world is human beings' language. Our language has been changing over the last 8,000 to 10,000 years. When we come out of being hunter-gatherers, when we used to rely on facial expressions much more and body language much more and just overall intuition much more than we do. We replace that with language. The only problem is language has gotten worse in the field of time. It's been worse. It's become more judgmental, more criticism, more labels, more diagnoses.
So what do you say if you ask, would you be willing to, and the other person says no?
So you want to choose to be quiet and not respond right now? You say you rather not talk about it right now? See, they gave me the answer with the word no. Okay, how about everybody show hands? Would you like never to hear the word no ever again? Raise your hand, let me see that. Watch how easy this one is. Okay, you ready? Aurora, your job is just to say the word no back in my direction.
Okay.
Ready? It's really easy. Watch. And the movie The Matrix, one of the things is that Neo had to learn how to take the language or the bullets that are being shot in his direction and just not get shot by them because he was about ready to get, killed again, which he just woke up from. So all of a sudden he's got to be able to handle this thing.
Right.
Handle
The no.
The word no that's
No.
about ready to come in. So watch what happens. Aurora, my consulting package is for $15,000 a day. Would you be willing to pay that?
No.
So it sounds like you're really feeling doubtful and you'd rather choose to spend money elsewhere. Is that correct?
No.
So it sounds like you're really choosing to spend the money in a way that might serve things, or maybe it's a point where it's not really that valuable for you to have the product or service I'm offering.
No. I'm going to keep saying no.
So you really want to choose to really stay very much close to the directions of the game and just keep saying the word no back to me. Is that correct?
Yes.
I have her now. See, I just stayed with where she was finally going, as she was holding on to it, even though I'm guessing
I want to follow directions.
she was following the directions, and then I didn't know. Am I supposed to keep saying the word no? She could tell me no 50 times. Now, here's the magic. The magic is the word no, the subtext of the word no is the word choice. That's the subtext.
Nice. That's powerful.
Very, very powerful. If you know that the subtext of the word no is choice, then you'll never hear the word no ever again. And you'll just replace the word no with the word choice.
Oh, I love that.
So now you never hear the word no, you just hear that they're choosing something else. So would you like some dessert?
No.
No, so you're choosing to really care for your health right now, is that right?
Yes.
See, I got the word choice in there, and then I'm taking my best guess of what's at the heart of the word no.
Right.
What's at the heart of the word no? Not the word no. The word no is just telling them a little bit more of what their language offering is right now. Okay. So when you're working on and you're allowing your subconscious mind to write your bullets and talk about your story and shorten your story and condense it, you're trying to create an emotional response on the other side so that your listener is in agreement with and starts rooting for you, rooting with you, tracking with, engaging with what's here. They're listening to the words you're picking from the upper left part of the brain. What happens is they're waiting for their emotional centers to be lit up so they can start liking you and building connection, and then going over here and develop trust.
And just to add to that a little bit, we want them to say yes and develop trust if they're our ideal client.
Yes.
And from a media point of view, or from speaking at the front of the room point of view, or even networking point of view, it's better to have a big emotional reaction than nothing, right? So it's better to have a big no or a big yes. It's better to be willing to play in controversy and get that energy than just play this much and get forgettable, right? So you want to create enough of a response that it sticks, even if that's initially adversarial, because that can also, not everybody's your ideal client, but you can get on radio, as Chad is going to get on radio and TV, with the title, Time Isn't the Problem, You Are. Whoa, what you talking about, right? But that's fun, that's dynamic, it's interesting, right? We got something going on there. So I just wanted to add that. Carry on.
It's a good piece, because what winds up happening is that we've got to get the emotional part of the brain engaged in order to primarily get their physiology to move.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is a human's physiology? Okay, so that's the lead question. There's 297 neuropeptides inside the body. Our molecules of emotion, by the way, this is a good one to pass on to your clients. It is a combination of those 297 neuropeptides that make up our emotional mixture. Okay, our emotions are changing from moment to moment to moment. I can get everybody in this room to start salivating. It's somewhere in the next 27 seconds. And actually create a belief that something's coming. And your body will start produce digestive enzymes with my next set of words. Ready?
Ready.
Ice cream. Your favorite
Gelato.
ice cream. Gelato from Italy.
Exactly.
What was your favorite?
So hard to choose. Chocolate.
So there's some chocolate ice cream. 2 scoops in front of you in a bowl.
Oh, fabulous.
Her body cannot help doing salivation, and I've done this in the room. Pick the bowl, 2 things in front. Imagine the spoon. Same thing. And then, oh, by the way, I didn't have enough money to buy any, so I'm not bringing it. Within one sentence, I'm making it up, but the disappointment's still there. Right? Okay, so here's another pesky thing about the brain that you need to know. All right. This part of the brain, the blue and the yellow part of the brain, is the newer part of the brain. So I've got the logic part of the brain up here. It's actually a lot of my languaging center is over here. And then I've got the future-oriented part of the brain over here, and that deals with a little bit of this synthesizing here. And this part of the brain has 400,000 neural connections per micron. 400,000. It's newer. It's newer. 400,000. Okay. The limbic part of the brain, where the green and the red is sitting. Okay. I have the emotional center over here in the lower right, and I have the long-term memory and the safekeeping part of the brain on the lower left. So far, so good? Great. 4.3 million connections versus 400,000 connections.
Wow.
How many?
4.3 million.
Wow.
It's a 1 to 10 ratio. So guess what? If you start explaining and doing benefits and features in blue, there's no emotional connection. Oh, wah, 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 wah. It's blue. If you tell them how wonderful it will be with just saying, what are you trying to sell me? I don't believe you at all. Future in this. This is why New Year's resolutions don't work. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to for the next 30. I'm going to do. It's a talk job. It's not a habit, which is green, or an emotional charge to it, which is red. Here's the good need of mine that I'm going to get met by doing this thing. You know, I'm going to experience the vibrancy that I would, if I had this thing. So now I'm going to build an emotional part of it. And I want my brain to work with me rather than against me. Because guess what? Watch this pesky sentence. It'll drive you all nuts as soon as I say it. Here it comes. Emotion, red, and habit always wins over logic and future thinking. When, here's the out, when our language is not integrated. Let me say it one more time.
Integrated.
When our language is not integrated.
What's that mean?
I'll show you in a second.
Repeat all that.
I have the answer. Isn't that fun? Emotion and habit always wins over logic and future thinking unless language is integrated. All right. Now we got to do the language integration part.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Integrated language.
Integrated language? Would everybody like to see that one?
Yes.
This is called subtext language. This is language of the heart, not language of the head. Woohoo! A little dancy up here. All right, here it comes. You're going to enjoy this.
Okay.
You haven't seen this before, I don't think. So far, so good. Everybody watch what I got?
Yep.
You know what? You could probably write this on the bottom of or in the middle of the blue card. Write the number 1 and then write the word observation on the blue card. Without judgment. Observation without judgment on the blue card. On the red card, number 2. Just put number 2 on the red. And it's going to be a feeling word. Number 2, a feeling word. In the yellow card, write the number 3, and then write a need word.
Which color is that?
Yellow. Yellow is going to be number 3, and it's a need word. And in the green card, number 4, a present moment request. A present moment request. I'm going to teach everybody subtext. Watch how quick this is going to go. And we are going to nail it. Because their story now can actually get focused and create the emotional response that takes place
Nice.
in a shorter amount of time. Because watch the way it'll happen.
Okay.
Aurora, let me tell you about this event, and I really felt sad about it.
Okay.
It really didn't meet my need for kindness.
Hmm.
And kindness would have looked like the person breaking the news to me a little bit differently than the way they did.
Hmm.
I didn't even tell her what the story was about, and she feels better. She just tracked right with me. I didn't even put any facts in.
Yeah.
All I did was integrate my language and intention, and she knew I was sad about something.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch how watch this happens. Aurora, observation. Aurora, when I saw the text
Mm-hmm.
of my son sending me that our bearded dragon had died today, one of the bearded dragons died, and he was really feeling sad because our need for connection and family with our pet wasn't met, and he was really requesting to call and talk to me about it. It was really a tough time for him and me to talk on the phone today.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay, now each of our stories has that same kind of emotional impact. And just like the ice cream, the story of the bearded dragon now is inside our room. Now if I want to personalize it, it goes like this. Because I was here, my observation, because I was here at this event, I really felt torn. Because my need for connection and care for my son wasn't able to be met because I was meeting my need for learning. And just by sharing this story, I feel a little bit better right now to let everybody know in this room that my family went through this today.
Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Do you feel you're feeling here? Okay. All right, great. Everybody stand up. Let's get our body working with us now.
Before you do that,
Oh, how much time do I have?
I just
How
want
much time do I
to
have?
underscore
5 minutes? 10 minutes? Oh, that's a light.
before you go on, I just want to underscore that when you are working on your stories and sound bites and your signature story, integrate what Bill is sharing with us.
Good.
And make sure that you're not always sharing from here or you're not always sharing from here. And see if you can meet each one of these, because then you will connect with your audience who are going to have different quadrants. And then also, like when he demonstrated the story the first time, even without any details, didn't you feel like emotionally satisfied and connected? Because the story felt complete. Even though it was only sketched, it had all four quadrants expressed. So there's a power and a groundedness and a juiciness about that you can use with your stories, taking this into yours. Okay.
Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, right hand, put it on your belly, just tap gently here and say, I feel.
I feel.
Okay, so far so good. So this is our gut feeling. There's more serotonin made in the belly area than any place else in the body. So the gut feeling is actually a real thing. Okay? So I have a gut feeling about this. You're damn right you are, because all of a sudden your body is picking the thing and doing something with it. Left hand on your heart, tap it. Say, because I need.
Because I need.
Okay, so this is going to be the motivator, what our heart wants to do. Our feelings are the indicators. Our heart is where our need is. So let's put those two things together. Say, I feel because I need. Okay, so we'll put all those things together. I feel because I need. Go ahead.
I feel because I need.
So far, so good. Okay, great. So you're actually taking two different parts of your physiology and tracking them together and getting our language to become more congruent. So here it comes. I feel because I need. Go ahead.
I feel because I need.
And now I request.
And now I request.
Okay, so my request is going to be in alignment with my need. It's not in alignment with my feeling. My request is in alignment with my need. I feel anxious because I have a need for health. Okay? I feel worried because I have a need for comfort. Let's do some easy ones. I feel hungry because I have a need for food. So far, so good. So let's do that one. I feel hungry.
I feel hungry.
I have a need for food.
For food.
I feel
request
thirsty.
food.
I have a need for drink.
I have a need for drink.
My request
My
is.
request
You
is.
see, there now all of a sudden we know what kind of food or what kind of drink it is, right?
Right.
See, nothing is controlling us at all. We're actually integrated in our body. We're actually tuning our body to our environment, not getting pounded by the outside messages anymore. We're not. We're just taking the environment the way we want to, designing it the way we want to. We're back in our bodies. Okay, say this one back. I feel frustrated.
I feel frustrated.
I have a need for fairness.
I have a need for fairness.
Say I feel irritated.
I feel irritated.
When I have a need for consideration.
I have a need for consideration.
Say I feel annoyed.
I feel annoyed.
I have a need for trust.
I have a need for trust.
Yeah. Say I feel doubtful.
I feel doubtful.
I have a need for truth.
I have a need for truth.
Hey, that's good. Look at how your body's starting to get integrated. Does it really work that way? The answer is yes, it does. Every feeling is being caused by a need inside you. Nobody's doing anything. Okay? So let's do one little small belief change. Everybody follow me. So repeat this back to me. There's no such thing as a good or bad feeling. Ready? Go.
There's no such thing as a good or a bad feeling.
Yes. There's no such thing as a positive or negative feeling.
There's no such thing as a positive or a negative feeling.
My new belief is
My new belief is
feelings are only indicators,
feelings are only indicators,
telling me about my needs.
telling me about my needs.
Wow, now you're back inside your bodies. Everybody say this back. I feel
I feel
because
because
I need.
I need.
I request.
I request.
Now watch this. Your eyes and your ears are for observation only. Just say it back. Your eyes
and your
ears
are
for
for
observation
observation
only. No judgment. You don't
No
need
judgment.
judgment. What do you need judgment for? You only need judgment to say, well, maybe not. Do I have to use labels and diagnoses? No. But if I use my eyes and my ears for observation only, then anybody can say any terrible thing they want to me, and I'm just going to observe it. Say, Bill, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a PhD. I'm going to need some room for this. Ready, go.
Bill, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a PhD.
The words are coming in my direction. Everybody see the vibration? It's coming right here. If it hits my need for respect, anger's coming right back. Does that make sense? Right?
Right.
Is that right? If it hits respect, I'm letting her have it. You know how many years I've been, you see?
Yeah.
It's coming right back. I'll feel angry, my need for respect isn't met, and now I'm going to bring the flamethrower. Okay, give it to
I'm
me
going to
again.
get torched like that
That's
dragon.
right. So give it to me again, and I'm going to take it completely different.
Bill, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a PhD.
Here it comes. If it hits my need for self-worth, it's not going to go well. Watch. Yeah, you're probably right. You know, there was that opportunity. I could have got my...
Right.
So I'm going to feel deflated
Deflated.
because I'm going to feel helpless and embarrassed. As, yeah, I did have that opportunity. So that's two ways I could have taken it. Of course, I like the third way. Go ahead and bring this one back to me.
Bill, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a PhD.
The vibrations are coming, and this time I then catch the bullet, look at it, observation, looking at it, observation, I see it, and watch what happens next. So when I hear you say that I don't have a PhD, could you be feeling doubtful and it doesn't meet your need for respect to hire somebody that doesn't have a PhD? Is that correct?
No.
So you'd really like, a sense of accomplishment and skill.
Yeah, because I need that to present to the board of directors.
So I now hear if they knew that I had enough skill and experience, that might overcome the PhD. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, because I'm putting my job on the line by recommending that we hire
The
you.
deeper issue now is arise. Everybody see, did I have to probe anything? No, I'm on power with her. So I now hear that you want some certainty and some trust that your job will be satisfied with the job that I do. Is that right?
Exactly. I want you to make me look like a rock star for booking you.
So if I were to make you to look like a rock star, what would you like one of them to say in regards to you bringing me in?
Aurora, that was so amazing that you had Bill speak. He was such a contribution to the room.
Gosh, I'm really interested in getting that for you. Would somebody be willing to say that to him right now? See, I could. Yeah, right. God, Aurora. All right, good. Okay, does everybody see what we're doing with language a little bit? And we'll look a little bit more about this in your stories tomorrow, and see if once we know what need is driving each one of the beats of your story in those 3 points, the authenticity is going to just go. And the box of tissues we have, we better have one on each table because we'll all get a chance to feel that.
Nice.
Okay?
Great. What a contribution.
Okay. You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Bill. Give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, everybody.